Good evening. My name is Sandra Shoemaker. I'm a resident of Hayden. First of all, I want to reemphasize what has been mentioned before, that the preliminary vote was a 5-4 vote, which is a very narrow recommendation, and I think that needs to be made public. And because of that, I want to acknowledge the 4 study commission members who voted no change, and the non-voting alternate that affirmed their position. Kurt Anderson, Tamara Bateson, Bryant Bushing, and Brian Cleary clearly stood with the wishes of the residents of the county. And alternate Bruce Matare affirmed their position. The remaining 5 study commissioners recommended changing the number of commissioners and voted to create a new position, which means an entire bureaucracy with a hired commissioner. This position would consolidate power control under one person, anyone that one person chose to hire. This option was recommended by Commissioner Filios, Evan Koch, and strongly supported by a gentleman by the name of David Childs. This is not an unbiased, objective, but an agenda-driven attempt to overhaul Kootenai County government, consolidate power and control under one position. I call it the Agenda 21-driven commission. No factual problems were identified, only unsupported claims of needs of efficiency, effectiveness. And it's interesting that those words are found everywhere throughout the literature of people that propose going forward with Agenda 21. Also, the buzzword strategic planning. I would like to state, in my opinion, this commission appears, 5 members of this commission have appeared to have had a predetermined outcome, dominated by a biased chairman to ensure that the predetermined outcome is achieved. And they brought forward this gentleman to underwrite their opinions, Mr. David Childs, who is a 40-year-plus member of an organization called ICMA. It's an international organization of city and county management. I have a document I just downloaded from the internet 2 days ago. It's a position paper of the ICMA, and it entirely addresses ways to bring about the transference of power in county and city government under Agenda 21. This is what the recommendations were for Agenda 21, the Rio Summit. 350 pages of regulations that we would be subjected to if they bring in their county manager, whom David Childs is recommending. And he's the expert. And I'm wondering, will this person that they want to hire for this county commission position be evaluated by the recommended principles for our training, effectiveness, education, and qualifications of David Childs and the ICMA? And I have here a statement I'd like to read to you from a real expert on what sustainable development Agenda 21 really is. Sustainable development is an international scheme for total control over human society that comes disguised as scores of national and local policies. It is a war against free enterprise, private property, and the individual. Sustainable policy is designed to rein in the radical idea of free enterprise, private property, and individual liberty, and to harmonize all nations into a central global control. And the expert from this organization is what was presented to this commission and the public as the person we should look to for leadership. And I'm wondering if the person that they are thinking of hiring, because they probably have someone in mind, isn't directly out of this organization. I'm sorry. All right, thank you. I think.